Hello farmers and welcome back to Chambergo in the last field that I need to plant, and I'm planting some oats. I've already taken care of off camera the wheat field that I kind of started just a little bit in last episode, and of course we did plant ourselves some lovely barley in the field, the new field, and of course the hilly field. I ended up putting the grass in that, but today we're going to finish up planting this field of oats, and then we're going to move on to our other grass field, the one we've had, and we're going to lease the butterfly mower and cut the grass in that one, so that way both grass fields should be in the same cycle, so I'll be able to cut them in the month of June. They'll be at the full height, and maybe by June, it's going to be questionable. Maybe I'll be able to buy the butterfly mower then, and that way I'll have to lease it. And of course, another big bonus will be more grass field, more grass, more silage, more profit every 3 months from cutting grass. But also today, we'll probably get onto the month of April. Maybe even, no, we're not going to get into not going to get into May, because next month I'll have some weeds to take care of. But we will be selling some fabric, I do believe, probably in April. And as we saw last episode, we do got a good amount of fabric that we're going to be selling this year, so I am excited about that. Not enough to give us the money for the butterfly mower, but well, maybe. Maybe if I lease it today, and maybe eventually it'll come up for sale. You never know. Or maybe this horse drill will come up for sale. But I would really need to save up for that mower. That's kind of more important, because I can always lease a drill like I did this year for 1 month and just pay the one-time fee. The butterfly mower, I'm going to need that 3 times a year. And that leasing fee just keeps piling up. That's over $25,000 a year I'll be spending on leasing the butterfly mower. So, yeah, like I said, I got the wheat field done off camera. I did have to go top off with some fertilizer in this drill. I'm getting kind of low on the seed, but I'm thinking I'll be able to finish this field, because as you can see, we're almost done. And, yeah, the variable seed rate is rather low currently for this section of the field. And I should have enough fertilizer as well. If not, well, we'll just have to go put a little bit in. I don't want to put a whole lot in, because I'll have to empty this out before I return it. And if you know me, I don't like having pallets just hanging around the farm. That's why I always use a seed hut, and I always try to get the equipment that holds it in, so I have to just have pallets everywhere. Yeah, I do feel... I'm loving the map. I'm loving the series. But man, I just feel like I just haven't got a hold of exactly how I'm running this farm. I mean, it's going okay, but usually I have a set plan. It's like, okay, I need this and this. We'll get this equipment, that equipment. I kind of feel maybe the pressure from Uncle Walter is there. I keep swapping out, changing plans, changing ideas, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I feel the same way right now on this series here. I feel so undecided every time I come up with, all right, like next month, I'm planning to do this, and then 5 minutes later, it's like, well, maybe we'll just do this instead and do that. So I'm not sure why I feel that way in this series. Every time I think I got a hold of what I'm doing, 10 minutes later, it's like, maybe that decision wasn't the right one. I should have gone this way, should have done this, should have done that. But, you know, it's going to work out in the end. Oh, I think I just went over the hour on the horse drill, because I was at 81,000, I think, and now we're down to 77. So, yeah, a little over an hour to plant 4 fields, which is not bad considering last year when I had the bednar, the 6 meter wide, the 3 fields, it took me almost 2 hours to plant. So, I mean, it makes sense. Like I said before, this drill is twice the size, so it should be half the time. But we do have an extra field that we had to get done. And plus, I will admit, when I was planting the wheat field, I went up to get a drink, and I just stopped drilling for a second. I didn't turn off the drills for about 5-10 minutes. I was walking around the house, and I came back, like, I left the drill running. Then after about a few minutes, I'm like, maybe I should have left it running, because if I go over just enough, and we just did, that could cost me $3,000. $3,000 or so. Yeah, this is definitely the drill for our farm right here. This is the perfect size drill for the fields that we have here in Chambergo. Yeah, I mean, we were also eyeing up, I don't remember the field number, but it's going to be, I think that field right there with the canola in. I think that's the next field I would like to buy, but we're going to need about $250,000 to do so. So it's not going to be anytime soon either, because I definitely want to get, like I said, the butterfly mower is my first priority with the money that we're going to have. And then I can always mix them, you know, depending on what comes up in the sale page. It might be this drill or the property. I will lean more towards the property over the drill, because like I said, I can just keep leasing this once a year, which is not that big of a deal. Well, I get the feeling I'm gonna get near the end of this field and I'm gonna run out of seed. I'm gonna have to go and put in like 100 liters of seed just to finish this field off. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how many bales of grass we'll get once we mow both grass fields together. The other grass field is at full height. We get about 7 or 8, depending on what is inside the baler when I start. But of course, today when I cut the grass is not at the full height. It's in only the first harvest stage, so I may only get like 5 bales, probably. I'm not too sure what I'm going to get. Yeah, I think I'll have enough seed to get this field done. I think one more pass will do it, so we should be all set. And again, I just want to double check when we get done. I want to make sure that we got weeds growing. I know it keeps sounding weird when I say that, but that's the reason why we got rid of the bednar. Well, I mean, the bednar was going to go either way at some point because 6 meter wide. It's a decent planter / drill for a small-ish farm, but this farm is starting to get up there where this 12 meter wide is what we need. And it has done great for this year. And yes, we got everything that we needed. Perfect. Okay, so that's why it's folding up. Okay, so wait a minute. I don't got no weeds growing in this field now. Although I do got certain sections. Okay, wait a minute. I did check in last episode and it said weeds growing. Do I got weeds growing in this field? No, I do not. Why? Why are we not getting weeds growing? Must be a thing with the map, because I don't have the same problem on New Hope with drilling and weeds not coming on up. Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point, so we'll just forge ahead. So I'll probably have to do every once in a while like I did at the end of harvest last year to keep our weed score up. What I can do is, you know, after you harvest, a month after you harvest, the weeds will have grown in the field, as they do. And I can just take the See and Spot weed sprayer in the field then, and we'll take care of the weeds, and I'll keep my score up. Let's go ahead and unload both of those pallets. Ooh, all right. Is that okay? It's not going to spaz out now? No, that's fine. How much over did I go on the drill here? Vehicles, leasing fee. Where's the timer on this? Oh, it says exactly 1 hour, but we know we went over, so it's less than 1 hour and 6 minutes. Between 1 hour and 1 hour and 6 minutes is what I had that for. So yeah, whatever. We'll return that while we're in the sale page. Well, first off, let me just check that's not the sale page. This is where we should be going. Just double check on the sale page, make sure the butterfly mower hasn't popped up, which it hasn't. So we're going to scroll on down here to mowers. And this right here. Put that on there. Lease should be 8,400. I say 8,400. 8,389. Yes, we'll lease that. Alright, so now it's off to the grass field. Oh, I got a pallet of seed there. I did not know I had one in there. Well, next time I use a drill, I'll have to go grab that. So all my mowing stuff is over at the other end of the farm. What bay did I put in? This one right here. Alright, I'm going to go down to the store. I'm going to grab the butterfly mower, park the Valtra up, and then I'll grab the same Virtus tractor and we'll get the baler on that. And of course, that will be following me as I cut the grass. You know the routine by now. We've cut it a few times. With the baler in tow, and you're going to be proud of me today because I'm going to remember to set the bale counter so I know how many bales I made without having to go in the stats page. Again, we usually get about 7/8 depending on how much leftover we have in the baler. Don't have a whole lot here, and of course this grass is not in the second harvest stage, it's in the first. So yeah, if I can get 5 to 6, that'd be pretty good. Let's lower that down. We'll turn that on. And of course we'll turn on automatic drop. And reset bale counter is Alt-X. There we go. And then hire a worker to get behind me. Lovely. You're going to be a little slow going up the hills, but I'll wait for you. Let's get into the Vulture here and turn off that hood there. Turn on the mowers. Yeah, this field may need soil sampling when I get done harvesting this. And also, it might need also a little bit of lime too, but soil sampling could be a thing that we need here. Yeah, the yield is not looking the greatest here in the first harvest stage. Not great at all. Boy, 5 bales might be a stretch. Well, it's one of those things. We get what we get. I didn't want to have the fields not be in sequence currently. It would have been a different story if I owned the butterfly mower and didn't have to lease anything, because then what would it matter? I own all the equipment, so it's not like I got to lease it and hang on to it. And yeah, you know the whole routine at this point. Oh yeah, the poor worker. I mean, I should be using the other tractor. I think that's got maybe 40 or 50 more horsepower than that one. The Crystal Zader has a little bit more horsepower than that one. Maybe it's even more than 40 horsepower. I'm not too sure. While I'm waiting, let me just go over to here and go like this. Yes, you can see it is in the black, which means outdated soil. So we have to get some soil sampling in here. So, yeah, we'll get these bales wrapped and then moved off the field, and we'll get some soil sampling done, which shouldn't take too much. And yeah, then we'll let the bales just ferment. They should be ready next month. And yeah, we can sell the silage bales in April along with the fabric. And I guess I don't have any weeds to take care of now either. So April might be a quick month. So we might get to the month of May today. That went pretty quickly, like it usually does, but I didn't get 5 bales. I got, well, 3 3/4 is what we ended up with. And like always, yes, I'm stopping traffic. Let's turn on the automatic drop as well for this. Hopefully I can just grab this. Is that going to teleport on there? No, I didn't get close enough. All right. Give me a second there, bus. No, Bale, stop rolling that way. No. All right. Someday we will have a square baler, and we'll be wrapping square bales. Now let's see if I can put these bales together so when I pick them up next month, it'll be a little bit easier. There's these two. And we got one there and one there. Yeah, there is some grass swaths left in the field, but it's not going to decay or go anywhere, so I can always pick it up with a baler another time. Just doesn't look the way we probably would like to see it. Don't think there was enough on the field that would have given me a full fourth bale. So yeah, basically half of what we usually get. So yeah, I'm gonna get like 15,000 probably for that silage when I sell it next month, give or take. And then of course I did spend the $8,400 for leasing the mowers, so a profit of about $7 grand. Not fabulous, but it is what it is. All right, let's bring this back. We'll leave the Vultra parked right there. Need to go grab the soil sampler. We'll come back and soil sample the grass field, and that way we can see exactly if it needs fertilizer or not. If it does need fertilizer, we don't fertilize till next month because technically it doesn't know there's grass in the field. It's kind of odd, but you know, the crop is considered harvested, so it's not growing. So if I were to fertilize it like I did last time, it would just put down the max fertilizer, and then I'll be over-fertilizing that field. You gotta wait for the crop to grow with precision farming, so it knows what to put down. It's a little bit different if you're planting it because the drill knows you're planting what crop type as it goes into the ground. At least that's the way I explain it to myself. Alright, soil sampler is on the other side of the farm. So yeah, if you missed the last episode, what the heck's wrong with you? But that field to our left is going to be a grass field this year. And I think that's going to work out rather well because the combine just struggles a bit because it's under horsepower for the header I purchased for it. And with the steep hills, it does struggle just a bit. So why not put the Vultra in there with the mower setup that we just have? Alright, let's go grab these soil samples and send it on in. But my money keeps going down. Not what I want. We need it to go up. I need another 100 grand so I can buy that butterfly mower. Well, you know, more. I would like to have another 125 because 100,000 would let me buy the butterfly mower, but then I have $0, and then when it comes time at midnight for the loan payment, yeah, my bank account's gonna look really, really bad. And Uncle Walter will not be pleased. Oh yeah, bring up the mini map. That always helps. So yeah, if you're new to precision farming, yeah, you got to do more than one soil sample. We know the soil type that's here, but you got to update the soil usually every 3 harvests, give or take. With grass, it's not every 3 harvests because I'd be doing soil sampling once a year. But for the most part, yeah, it's every 3 harvests. It might be every just 3 years, actually, you have to do soil sampling. Best way to know is just check the map every once in a while. And if your field is covered in black, that means the soil is out of date. Grab your sampler and go get some samples. And again, we do have a modded soil sampler here. This radius that we're sampling on is twice the size as the base game, and also samples a lot faster. The other one's a little bit slower when you activate it to take a sample. Alright, send that in. Yes, please. And then put the mini-map away, so while we wait for that sample to come on in, might as well bring this right back to the farm and put it right back where we got it from. I think the Vultra I'll leave right there for now. Oh, soil samples are done. Alright, so before I go too far, let's just park right there. And come up here and... oh, the pH is bad. Alright, so maybe we'll grab the Vultra. Whoop, parked it down here. We'll grab the Vulture, go grab the Beetle spreader, top that off with some lime, and we'll take care of the grass field. Yeah, so let me go bring this back, because you know where it goes. I'll grab the Beetle spreader with the Vulture, bring the mower back as well, and we'll put some lime down in that field. Spent $1,000 on lime filling this up. Wasn't sure if I'd have enough to get this field done, because it said pH was pretty bad. So I just wanted to make sure when I got down here, I didn't have to go back and refill, and of course, you know, I'm just going to use it all anyways at some point. Oh yeah, you can see that pH value on the left, upper left-hand corner of the screen. That was down by quite a bit. Almost looked as bad as field number 33 that we took care of in last episode. Probably could have, you know, helped quite a bit if I put it down before I did this harvest. But of course, also here in Chambergo, driving in a grass field when it's ready for harvest will damage the grass itself. So we got a few crop things going on here. I don't know if it's part of... I would assume it's a map issue. One being, we're not getting weeds when I drill a field for some reason, which is something new. And like I said, I'm not getting that on New Hope with precision farming. And also on this map here, and I've been told it's not a new thing, but in grass fields, yeah, the crop should not get destroyed when driving in it when it's ready for harvest. So I don't know if it was made intentional that way on the map for the grass. I'm not too sure. But that's also not getting weeds when I drill. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there. Maybe there'll be a map update sometime in the future, but I'm hoping that it's not one of those that says requires a new save, because I'm pretty far into the series now to where I wouldn't want to redo a save file and get us back to where we are. So we'll just have to keep chugging along if that becomes the case. I don't know if there's an update for the map coming out anytime soon, but as for now, that's the only issues I've seen with the map. I get asked a few times in my live streams when I'm doing New Hope, and I do get some comments as well asking, you know, what do I think of this map? I think this map is pretty darn good. I do love how the road system, if you're not good at navigating, the road system can be a problem if you're not... every once in a while I think, I'm like, this road should cut me over to here, but yeah, it does, but I'm not on the same level of where I need to be. It goes under when I want to go over, and vice versa. Did you really just bang into your silage bales like that? Yes, I did. And boy, we are chugging through the lime. I did upright both bales. All right, so they're going to end up in the road. Lovely, just as I planned. Yeah, I'm glad I filled up with the lime because, well, I am pretty much through it. Man, this thing is chucking through the lime. I'm guessing probably haven't put lime down this field since the day we got it and did soil sampling. But I would think one more load, I'll fill this up with lime, of course, and that will probably get me the field done here. Because obviously getting the headland done and almost 2 headlands done, that's the majority of the field anyways. Got my LED beacons on. And this is the bridge I always go over when I leave that part of the farm, but coming back this way, there's Uncle Walter, always standing in his spot. Would be kind of cool if Uncle Walter actually did have like a little bit of a path that he walked around on. Actually, all the NPCs should have a little bit of a path that they walk on, so they're not just standing in one spot. They don't need to be walking over the map, but just like the pedestrians on the map, they could have like a little waypoints for them to walk from one point to another. And sometimes you may have to go find them when you want to talk to them. I'm trying to avoid Uncle Walter as of right now, just because I feel like I'm not, like as I said earlier, I feel like I'm not doing that great of a job of running this farm currently. But as someone once said, it can only get better, right? You would think. It can get a whole lot worse, too. Almost up to this corner, I think I was. Yeah, probably have to move my bales down there. I don't want to be stopping traffic and getting a ticket from the console because of doing so. People will start reporting me. And Uncle Walter would get maybe even more mad at me. Well, didn't quite have enough lime to finish off the field. So went and topped off another 1,600 bucks. Is what I paid for. That's what it cost to fill this thing. At least from Omatana's hut it does. Man, that is just very low on the lime. I'll check the chart here in just a moment to see exactly how it looks that way. I mean, it should look pretty good. We just put it on there. Let's have a look-see. pH value is looking pretty good and looks like over-limed in some spots, but that's probably not too bad. We still owe $144,000 on our loan. Yeah, that's so 17 more payments is what I got. It's another year and a half of payments. All right, well, slowly but surely. Don't regret taking out the loan, but I regret it every night at midnight when they take the money out of my account. But that's the way it works. All right, so I'll bring this back to the farm, and we'll do some double checking on a couple things. But I think we're all set to move on to April. Yeah, I don't think I got anything to do, but we'll just double check. All right, well, I probably should give the Valtra a wash. I did buy a pressure washer. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. There's my pressure washer. I probably should have given it a wash. Well, I might be using it here very soon. The sheep and goats, they got meadow grass, and they also got grass in their feed trough, so they're looking pretty good. We're looking to sell our sheep when they get up to $1,000 worth, but we don't have any currently. That is fine. And yeah, our production buildings, we don't really have a whole lot to do there. The bakery is going through the flour, of course. The dairy, we just dropped off the goat's milk, and also the spinnery, we just dropped off some wool at the end of last episode, so hopefully that gets on through all that. And the grain mill is currently closed until harvest season. So let me just double check because some time has passed, but nothing has changed in the store. So yeah, I think we're all set. We'll wake up into April. Oh yeah, the one thing I also want to check is, do we have any? Well, we haven't had any for like the first, what year are we in? Year number 5. Looks like April we got a twister. And in July, harvest season, we got a twister. Well, all right then. I didn't see what time the twister is going to come. I mean, I've shown the twisters, I think, enough in my episodes and live streams. If you haven't seen them, I apologize for skipping them. But, you know, if we happen to run across the twister during the day, we will have a look at it. Let's see what we got here. Well, yeah, nothing there that we are currently looking for. As for the stock market page, let's see how the fabric is doing. 51.42. I think it's time to sell it. It does say the best time to sell is May, but the 51.42, that is where we need it to be, I guess, is just a little bit shy of the max price. It might get better somewhere else. Currently for the bread, we got $32,000 worth of bread lying around already, which is not too bad. As for the sheep and goats, how are we doing up there? They still got some grass in their feed trough, and their meadow grass should be doing pretty good, actually. So, yeah, we should be all set. Do we have any sheep worth $1,000? No, $875. I think they're only going up $25 a month currently, so that's going to be a slow process, isn't it? As for the fabric, we can just take this right here, and yeah, I think I did enough pallet loading with the forks in last episode, so today we're just going to go over to the spinnery and auto load it. Let me turn on my beacons. sneak out the gate here. So yeah, I spent a lot of money in the month of March getting the fields all planted for the season. We were somewhere near 90,000. Now I'm down to 54, but also we did pay back some of the loan as well. So trying to get up to 170,000, I think is 165 for the butterfly mowers. Yeah, these, I mean, this is going to help. Do I have any more in there? Spinnery. Yeah, well, actually it's, yeah, we got 2 more pallets worth. Well, not a whole lot we can do about it. It hasn't been turned into fabric as of yet. And no, someone did ask, shouldn't I just take the fabric by the clothing factory? I don't know if there is one on the map or not, but I have mentioned it before. We saw this, I think I learned it back in FS22, and the prices really haven't changed. But I went over in great detail on Riverbend Springs on the live streams. The clothing is only worth twice as much as the fabric. And you might be saying, well, twice as much is a lot. But it takes 2 fabric to make 1 piece of clothing. So basically, you're not really profiting anything from making fabric into clothing. Because I can sell the fabric, and I'll get the same amount if I were to make it into clothing. And that's without having to buy the factory. So, yeah, it's just better off not to do it. At least that's the way it is in hard economy. I'm not too sure if you would make a little bit more on normal or easy. But it's the way we're doing it here. So 41,000 in fabric plus 4,000 bonus. So about 45,000 and change that we got from there. How much stuff do we have up at the sheep and goats? Do I need to get up there and move it? Let me just see here. All right, do that. Now we'll visit. No, they could probably go another month. The spinnery's got enough in it. The goat cheese is not going to be a good price now until October, so no need to rush on that either. So again, yeah, the sale page, nothing fantastic there. So yeah, let's go ahead and just have a quick look to make sure our fields are doing what they should be doing. So this should be grass. Yep, it is growing lovely. We'll have a look at this grass field here because I want to see now that it's grown, do I need to fertilize it? And it says it's okay, so I think I'm going to let it go for 1 more cut. I mean, in theory, I should come over here. These bales, don't say selling them right away. Actually, they're still fermenting, I would assume. Yeah, they're 83%, so they're almost there. So that's looking good. And, of course, we got our new field over here. We'll visit that. This is our lovely, lovely... Oh, it does say... Wait a minute. I got weeds in this field? Interesting. Wait, which way am I going here? I'm like, my field has no crop in it. I went the wrong way. Ah, so we do actually have weeds. So, did they change it in the last update? Because usually what happens, from what I remember, unless I'm misremembering, when you plant the field, it would say weeds growing. You couldn't see them. But after you plant, usually it says weeds growing. All right, so boy, I almost went ahead and said, yeah, we'll just go ahead and skip the months. No, we got to take care of some weeds. So this will stay there. This is what we need. And I think we'll just take care of the smaller field first because that will help out my environmental score. And if I'd known that, I would have done that before I sold the fabric. I probably got maybe 1% more on the sale. So my score is 86. I got 11% bonus on it. Let me go take care of the weeds down here. Got plenty of herbicide. Alright, so there is not a problem with the drill, which is good. And so there isn't a problem on the map with the weeds growing either. Well, either I'm just misremembering or I'm just... Man, I don't know. But usually, from what I remember, just plant the field. Oh, wait, I can't get to there from here. I need to scooch down through these olive trees. I'm gonna have to have a look now on New Hope, which I would have streamed as you're watching this yesterday on Tuesday. At least that's my plan. I'm recording this on a Sunday, so I haven't streamed it yet, but that's my plan anyways. I don't think we can see the weeds with a mini-map up, can we? No, we can't. So we can see when we're putting like lime down on the mini-map, we can see the pH value in the field. If I'm spreading nitrogen, I can see the nitrogen in the field. And when I'm harvesting, we can see the yield in the field. But we can't see weeds. Alright, so that makes me feel a little bit better about the horse drill. We do get weeds. So I'm guessing they did not plow this field this past winter. Because if they plow the field, or NPCs, it doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, because if they plow the field, we shouldn't have gotten weeds. But I'm guessing that doesn't matter with NPCs and what they do. I guess it only matters what we do. So we are up to $100,000 in the bank account, so I'm far shy of being able to buy the butterfly mower, but I guess, you know, still a chance it might come up for sale. You never know. But if it comes up for half off, then yeah, I could definitely afford it. But looking like, am I going to be able to afford it by the time June rolls around and the grass is ready to be cut again? Probably not. This field is surprisingly bigger than I keep thinking it is. I think when I'm looking at the map, just because it's surrounded by other big fields, it looks just kind of like on the small side. But it's a decent size, and it's what we could afford this year. And as we know, it allowed us to make another grass field, which is going to help us out quite a bit in the long run. Alright, I don't use GPS, so I have to just kind of eyeball what I usually do. So I'm going to go around and I'll see how I did. By the time I get done, I'm probably going to miss a spot or two. This deer is roaming around my, sorry, not oat field, barley field, does not want to leave. Maybe they're going to leave now. Nope, they're just going from one side of the field to the other. I'll just keep chasing it around. Ooh, I'm guessing I didn't go deep enough there, which I thought I did. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it. But overall, I think we're going to get most of it. Although right here, it looks like it's really clustered in the center of the field with weeds. Alright, how have I done? That's the wrong page. This is the page I need to be on. And then this is the page I need to be on. Alright, well I'm sure I'm getting that one, but I did miss this little section down here. And there we go. No weeds. So yeah, we should have weeds here, which we do. We got weeds here, which we do. And of course, the grass field should not have no weeds into them. And they are looking wonderful. So I definitely got to take care of the weeds this month, because if I grow another month, The crop may get to the second growth stage, which I do not want because I don't have narrow tires that I know of. I don't think these are narrow tires for this tractor. They definitely do not look like narrow tires to me at all. But we'll go ahead and take care of those next time. Yes. Oh, yeah. I want to look at the score here. So 86. It's up to 88. And yeah, we went from 11% up to 12%. So, but that's okay. That's fine. And the score in this field, how is it doing? Up to a 77. It's going to look really good when I get the field harvested because it doesn't register the pH and nitrogen until you harvest. That's when it does that reading. But so soil sampling, tillage, and weed spraying, that will correct itself the instant that you do it. So that score is going to look pretty darn good in a bit. Why is this one down so bad? Oh, because I haven't put, yeah, we were very low on lime. So that's why that field looks terrible. And I haven't put any nitrogen in the field either in a couple of cuts. So we need to get that one squared away too at some point. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. So we'll take care of the weeds next time and probably get right into harvest season right after that because we don't do contract work. So it's other than moving some stuff down from the sheep goat pen and then get on to, I think it's going to be ready, what's the first month? Well, I planted in the spring, so the barley and everything won't be ready until July or August. Oats should be ready in July, I think. Yeah, they'll be ready in July, so we'll get to July. And the twister does not come until, well, it's going to happen at midnight tonight when we go to bed, so we probably won't see it. But man, July, we don't know what time that twister is going to be here in July, but we'll have to get the harvest done as quick as we can. Hopefully we don't get the twister over our own fields, but you never know. Have to wait and see. But yep, we're going to wrap it up here for today. If you haven't done so yet, it would help me out a little bit more. Hitting the thumbs up button does more than you know. Thumbs down button's there as well. And if you do, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Chambergo. But until then, have a good one.